Welcome, friends. Avery was saying you're live, and I didn't know if we were live because it wasn't saying live, so we were having a little laugh. Welcome to episode 36 of Story Time Yoga. I am Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. This is my helper, Miss Avery, and today we are reading Franklin's Neighborhood, one of my son's favorite. And this is all about his neighborhood, his school classmates, and figuring out what his favorite part of the neighborhood is. And Franklin's Neighborhood is by Paulette, Bourgeois, and Brenda Clark. And as always in the comments, we will list the links to purchase this book if you would like to purchase it and read along while you watch the replay of this video. We do ask you, as always, if you're watching live, put hashtag live, hashtag busy kids in the comments. If you're watching the replay, hashtag busy kids in the comments. And please do, friends, on this current platform that we are on, we can see that people are watching, but we can't see who you are. So please do comment, say hello so that we can say hello back. Let us know your name so that we can give you a shout out. We love to say hi to all of our friends. So I invite you to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor while we step back to our mats and get class started. That's okay. Bring your cushion. Your mat's right there. You can grab it. Yeah, grab your mat. Okay. Avery's gonna grab her mat and throw it out there so that she can sit. That was loud. All right, my friends, sitting in crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose, remembering that hero's pose is on the fronts of our legs here with our bum down on our heels, or in between on our feet, on our blanket, sorry. All right. Oh, that just threw me off, friends. Okay, let's start class. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Getting ready for our breathing, my friends. This is our fancy breathing ball, my friends. And if you're just joining us for the first time, as we breathe in all of that air into our belly and make our belly big, we make our ball big. And as we blow all of that air out of our belly, we make our ball small. I don't know what you're saying to me, sorry. No, it's okay. All right, friends, sorry about that. Okay, so sitting up nice and straight and tall, we're going to do one round of breathing. Breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. Good job, my friends. Now remembering that although our back is nice and straight and tall, our shoulders are staying neutral, and we're breathing in through our nose and out through our nose or out through our mouth. We're going to do a second round of breathing. Miss Avery is going to use the breathing ball this time, and you'll watch Miss Mel will be using her hands, and you can use your hands at home too if you don't have a breathing ball. One more round, breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. Good job, my friends. Now I invite you all to stay on your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. I'm going to bring my cushion forward to begin our story. Thank you, Miss Avery. Again, it's Franklin's Neighborhood by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark. Franklin could count to 10 and back again and say the alphabet without stopping. He liked drawing pictures and he loved show and tell. So when Mr. Owl assigned the first project of the year, Franklin was ready. Look at this, friends. And I want to point out the picture that Franklin drew right here. And it's of himself in star pose. So the first pose of today is going to be star pose. So coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, I'm going to adjust this camera, friends, so you can see us. There we go.
You can't see me.
All right, friends. Coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. We're going to start in hero's pose with our hands to heart center. And then we're going to take one big step out. And I really want you to stretch those legs, stretch right from your waist all the way down to the ground. And now we're going to stretch those arms up, friends, and stretching right from our shoulders all the way to the sky. So you're stretching two ways, up to the sky with your hands and down to the ground with your legs. Good job, my friends. Good job. We live in a neighborhood, explained Mr. Owl, and our neighborhood is made up of houses and stores and gardens, said Snail, and a hospital, added Badger. Exactly, Mr. Owl, said Mr. Owl. Sorry, now for tomorrow, I want each of you to draw a picture of what you like best about our neighborhood. What do you like best? Asked Franklin. Mr. Owl thought for a moment. The school, he replied. Everyone laughed. See everybody sitting around looking at the neighborhood while Mr. Owl shows. So we are going to sit in chair pose and look at our own neighborhoods. So let's come to our mat, our blanket, or a piece of floor. I'm going to show you there's this much room in between my legs. I'm going to go sideways. We're going to pretend there's an imaginary chair behind us, and we're going to put our arms up and sit back in that chair, friends. Now you can be up here or you can be way down here. Whatever's nice. You can pretend that you're at the table listening to Mr. Owl or listening to your own teacher when you're in school with your teacher. But look at your neighborhood, friends. Look forward and tell me everything that's in your neighborhood. What's in your neighborhood, Avery?
Houses.
Yes.
Hardware stores.
Yes. Any libraries? Libraries.
Schools,
churches. School. Good job, friends.
Pollution.
Well, we hope not.
Kinda, yeah.
All right. When Franklin got home, he hurried to his room. Do you want a snack? Asked his mother. No, thanks, said Franklin. I have a project to do. And look at Franklin. He is so excited to do his project that he has actually walked into the house and it looks like he's in warrior pose.
And he even skipped having cookies.
I know. He skipped cookies to be in warrior pose because he is so excited about his project. Can you imagine how excited he is if he skipped cookies? Oh my goodness. So we're going to come to our mat, our blanket, or a piece of floor, and we're going to spread our legs wide. I'm going to go this way to start, so I'm going to point those toes that way. It doesn't matter which way you go, friends. Just point the toes that way of the foot that you're going to move towards. So I'm going to put my arms up, and I'm going to bend this knee. Now, I'm going to put lots of room in between my legs because I want to have that knee above my ankle. You can be up here or way down here. It doesn't matter how much you bend. But let's be in warrior pose and be excited about that project and about that one special place in your neighborhood that's your favorite place. I want you to think about that. What's your favorite place in your neighborhood? Coming up, friends, we're going to keep our legs where they are. And we're going to point those toes that way and these toes in a bit. We're going to bring our arms up. And we're going to bend that knee. Thinking about your neighborhood, friends. What's the favorite part of your neighborhood? Beautiful job, my friends. Remembering, if you're just joining in, friends, please do comment so that we know you're here. Michael is here. He says hi. Have a nice class. He says hi, Avery. Beautiful, beautiful. Franklin took out his crayons and some paper. Then he sat down to think. He thought about the ice cream store, then the bicycle trail, and then the soccer field. Franklin sighed. Choosing the best thing about his neighborhood was not going to be easy. And look at, I think that's Franklin's mother right there, who's sitting beside him. Yeah, who's sitting right beside him. And she actually looks like she's kind of like sitting hunched over, like looking at him in a forward bend. So we're going to do tortoise, which is kind of a forward bend, but it's just like Franklin and his mother.
They are tortoises.
They are tortoises, yeah. So we're going to come to our mat, our blanket, or our piece of floor, and we're going to sit down on our bum, and we're going to spread our legs wide like this and keep our knees bent. I'm going to put my arms right in the middle, and I'm going to put them under and do a forward bend. Bend forward, and you can even go like this if you like. Keeping your arms in between your legs, you can go like this if you like, and pretend that you're Franklin's mother at that table, looking at him, watching him. Or you can put your hands right under like this, like a tortoise. In your forward bend.
This is easy.
Good job, my friends. Franklin went to find his mother. Could I have that snack now, please? He asked. I think my brain is hungry. But after 3 fly cookies and 2 glasses of milk, Franklin still hadn't decided what he liked best.
Fly?
That's what they eat, flies. Why don't you go for a walk around the neighborhood, suggested his mother. That might help, said Franklin. He got his paper and crayons, and off he went. Off he went to explore his neighborhood, friends. So let's do some walking lunges and explore our own neighborhood. Coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, I'm going to go just straight on my mat so that you can see me, friends. But feel free to walk around your whole living room. So I'm going to go like this, and I've got my stuff. I've got my crayon and my papers with me. Okay, friends? Make sure you're lunging as you're walking. Keep going that way. Make sure you're lunging as you're walking, friends. Hold on to your crayons and your paper, and you can walk all around your living room just like Avery is. Good job, my friends. Make sure you're lunging as you're walking. Lunging. Good job, friends. Explore your whole neighborhood.
Well, I've
Good job.
The stretcher and walking lunges.
Yes, it is a good stretch, isn't it?
Because it's like, if I go down too far, I'll fall down. And like do the splits.
Mm-hmm. Franklin met Beaver in the meadow. I finished my project, Beaver announced. I picked to the library and I went there right after school to draw my picture. Franklin thought about story time with Mrs. Goose, the librarian. That's a good idea, Franklin said. Maybe that's what I'll draw. He waved goodbye and headed for the library. All right, do you see story time? I know you guys love story time because you're here doing story time with Miss Mel. But do you see story time with Mrs. Goose, and do you see everybody sitting there?
Hey,
and this guy,
story time in story time.
That's right. This guy right here, it almost looks like he's sitting in butterfly pose. So let's come and be a part of Mrs. Goose's story time. Come to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, sitting on your bum, putting the bottoms of your feet together, friends. Grabbing those feet and waving your little butterfly wings. Now, if you want, you don't have to wave them. You can just stretch them like this. It's called being static, staying still. You can just stay still and gently stretch them. Don't stretch too much, but gently stretch. And pretend that you're listening to a story by Mrs. Goose. I bet Mrs. Goose tells the best stories at that library. I bet you have your own librarian friend that tells wonderful stories too in your town or city. So you can think about your own librarian friend too. Good job, my friend. Franklin was sitting on the library steps when Fox came by. Have you finished your project? Asked Fox. Franklin shook his head. I was going to draw the library, but on the way here I saw the movie theater. I can't make up my mind. I chose the fire station, said Fox. Franklin remembered the time Chief Wolf let him sit in the fire truck. That's a good idea, Franklin said. Maybe that's what I'll draw. He collected his paper and crayons and set off. There's Franklin sitting in the fire truck with the Chief Wolf. Franklin was outside the fire station when he saw Moose. Have you finished your project? Asked Moose. No, Franklin sighed. I was going to draw the fire station, but on the way here I saw other places I like just as much. I like the pond best of all, said Moose. Franklin thought about swimming and skating with his friends. That's a good idea, Franklin answered. Maybe that's what I'll draw. He said goodbye and headed for the pond. You see Franklin skating and swimming with his friends. We are going to pretend that we are on that pond too, friends, and we are going to go skating.
In dancer pose.
That's right, in dancer pose. The way we skate is in dancer pose. So there's this much room in between my legs, friends. I'm going to go sideways so that you can see me. We're going to go on one foot and get that balance. And then grab one ankle with your hands. Same arm, same hand. Same arm, same leg, And then slowly, as you have your balance, move that leg back. Move this hand forward, and you can push that ankle back into your hand. This is dancer pose, friends, so pretend you're on ice, and you have to keep your balance because you're skating. It's hard, friends. All right. You need me to hold you? Maybe I can hold you this way. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to lift this leg, friends. No, stand there. I'm going to see if I can hold you. So we're going to lift this leg. We're going to grab that ankle with this hand, friends. Same arm, same leg. And slowly, we're going to put that leg back, and we're going to bring this arm forward. And we're going to push that ankle back into our hand. Whoop. Let's see if I can do it. All right, there it is, partner pose, friends. If you have somebody that has really good balance, they can help hold you up. Good job, my friends.
Are we ever going to do tree?
Oh, I don't know if we'll do tree today. All right. Franklin was staring at the water when Bear came along. What's the matter? Asked Bear. I can't decide what to draw for my project, said Franklin. I like too many things. My best place is the berry patch, said Bear. Franklin thought about all the times he and Bear had picked berries together. See, said Franklin, another great idea. What about the park? Bear suggested. Franklin thought about playing with his friends on the swings and slide. That's it, declared Franklin. He said goodbye to Bear and hurried off. Do you see them there picking berries? I think that we should pick some berries too. So let's come to our mat or blanket or a piece of floor. We're going to do standing forward bend, and we're going to pick berries, okay? So we're going to put about this much room in between our feet. We're going to put our arms up and reach up to the ceiling and really get this stretch out the front. Look up to the ceiling and coming down forward, folding bend, and pick those berries while you're down there. Put them in your basket, though. Don't eat them yet.
The berries are too high.
Put them in your basket, keeping your back straight. Well,
I'm
maybe the berries
are my toes.
Yeah, maybe the berries are up high on bushes so you can reach. Good job, my friends. Coming back up. Be careful of your back, my friends. Keeping your back straight. Franklin's mother found him sitting alone on the teeter-totter. Did the walk help? She asked. Not really, replied Franklin. There are so many great things in our neighborhood. Franklin's mother gave him a hug. Let's go home and talk, she said. I made your favorite supper. Franklin grinned. At least I know what that is. Franklin felt a bit better after broccoli soup and fly pie. I'm ready to think again, he said. Then he asked his parents what they liked best about the neighborhood. I like the farmer's market on Saturday mornings, said his mother. Franklin smiled. He loved Farmer Rabbit's sweet peas and Farmer Squirrel's fly brownies. And I like belonging to my chess club, said his father. Franklin agreed. He liked belonging to the chess club, too. Look at that. Beautiful farmer's market and this wonderful broccoli soup. Does anybody else like broccoli soup?
No.
I love broccoli soup. All right, so I want you to pick your favorite kind of soup, whatever it is, or chili or...
pose for the bear.
Thank you. So we're going to come to our mat, our blanket, or our piece of floor. We're going to sit down on our bum, and we're going to slowly roll back onto the back of our bum, and we're going to lift our legs. This is our bowl, friends, so I want you to figure out what that favorite soup or what that favorite chili is or whatever it is, and eat it out of your boat pose bowl. Can you do it, friends? It's hard on your belly, lots of tummy muscles. Can we hold it? Avery's cheating over there. She's lying down on the ground. How many of my friends fell while they were eating their soup? Oh my goodness me. Good job, my friends. Then Franklin remembered something. Is it true that Mr. Heron is moving? He asked. Mr. Heron was the president of the chess club. Yes, it is true, replied Franklin's father. I'm going to miss him very much. This neighborhood won't be the same without him. Franklin nodded. He was going to miss Mr. Heron too. Suddenly, Franklin knew what he wanted to draw. I know what I like best, he said. Franklin ran to his room and started working. All right, friends, do you have that thought in your head too? What your favorite part of your community is? Do you, of your neighborhood? Do you have it in your head? I want you to keep that thought in your head, and I want you to run on the spot to your room to draw that too. Okay, be excited like Franklin. Let's go. Run to your room. Fast, 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 fast. Have that thought. What's your favorite part of your neighborhood? And run to your room so fast to draw it.
I know what it is.
Friends. Good. You keep it in your head.
Candy store.
Keep it in your head, friends. We're going to come back to what it is. At school the next day, everyone was excited. It was time to see the projects. Raccoon went first. I drew the river, he said. I drew the forest, said Hawk. Finally, it was Franklin's turn. He unrolled a huge sheet of paper. It was covered with drawings of almost everyone that Franklin knew. I don't get it, said Beaver. And we will find out in a moment. We're going to do our last pose here, friends. We are going to be Hawk. So, Eagle pose, that's right. So, friends, come into your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. We're going to stand up in our mounted pose. Okay, I'm gonna go just a little bit to the side there so that Avery has some room. We're gonna pick up one leg and we're gonna bring it around. And if balance is an issue, we're gonna tripod it right there. If our balance is okay, we're gonna bring it up and have our balance, and we're gonna give ourselves a big, big, big hug. Big hug, and then bring those arms up into the pose, friends. Be careful if you're wobbly and wibbly and you're going to fall, that you're not gonna hurt yourself on furniture, friends. Good job, my friends. Now remembering which arm was on top, okay? Because we're going to switch. So now I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to bring it around. I'm going to tripod here if my balance is an issue. Otherwise, I'm going to tuck that foot around and then I'm going to give myself a big, big hug. I'm going to put the opposite arm on top now, and then I'm going to go into eagle arms.
The couch is my balance.
Good job, my friends, getting that big stretch on the back of your shoulders. Good job, my friends. All right, let's finish off our book. Franklin smiled. I drew my neighbors, he said. That's what I like best about my neighborhood. Franklin loves all of his neighbors. He loves them all so much that he couldn't just pick one thing about his neighborhood. What a beautiful book, friends. That again was called Franklin's Neighborhood by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark. It is time now, friends, to lay down or sit down in relaxation. So I invite you all to come to your mat, your blanket or your piece of floor. You can lay down, friends, or you can sit in crisscross applesauce or hero's pose, whatever is comfortable for you. If you are laying down, your arms are beside you with your palms facing up. If you are sitting in hero's pose or crisscross applesauce, your hands are in your lap with your palms facing up. Now, friends, I want you to slowly relax. And I'll tell you where we're going to relax. I want you to take that memory. Remember during class I said, figure out, get that thought in your head about your favorite part of your neighborhood. And we're going to run quick to our bedrooms to draw a picture of that favorite part. So I want you to think about your favorite part of your neighborhood. Avery said the candy store is her favorite part of her neighborhood. I want you to find a comfy, cushy, quiet spot right in that favorite part of your neighborhood. So if it's the library, go find a comfy cushion in the library. If it's the school, go find your little carpet time mat or a comfy place to be inside your classroom. If it's the candy store like Avery, find a comfy, cozy chair or spot in that store to sit in silence or lay. And as you do that, friends, as you picture that comfy, cozy spot, I want you to relax your shoulders. Relax your chest and your waist. Relax your bum, especially if you're sitting, making sure you're not holding any tension in your bum. Relax your arms and your hands. Relax your legs and your feet. closing your eyes if you feel comfortable, letting your feet drop off to the side if you're laying. If you're sitting, just making sure that everything is comfy, cozy. Listening to the sounds around you. Some of you might hear the outside sound. You might hear the wind whistling through the trees or the sounds of birds. Some of you might be indoors and hearing music playing or the whisper of people around you. Some of you might hear cars driving by. But just as those noises come and go, you let your thoughts do the same. Let your thoughts come in. You acknowledge them and you let them go just for this moment, just while we're here in relaxation. You don't need to worry about anything. You don't need to think anything through. Just relax your body. Give yourself another scan. Just make sure you're not holding anywhere. And slowly I want you to say to yourself, quietly inside your head, I am healthy. I am loved. And think about all of those people in your neighborhood. All of those wonderful people, just like Franklin has all of those wonderful people in his neighborhood who love you, who you love, and who love you. I want you to take that love and send it to your entire body. Send it to your chest and your waist, your arms and your hands, your legs and your feet. And most of all, send that love to your head and your heart. And always remember in your head and your heart how much you are loved and how many people are out there in your neighborhood who you love in return. And I want you to take that feeling of love and send it out to everybody in your neighborhood, in your community. Send it to mom and dad, brothers and sisters around you. Send it out to your neighbors. Send it out to your friends and your teachers. Send it out to your extended family, grandmas, grandpas, aunts and uncles and cousins. And send it out to all of the helpers out there. Remind all of those helpers how much they are loved by everybody in your neighborhood. And when you're done, bring that feeling right back and put it back in your heart. Always remember that no matter what, there are so many people in your neighborhood who love you. Good job, my friends. And when you're ready, friends, keeping your eyes closed, roll to one side, bringing your knees into your chest, and sit there for a moment while you wake up your body. If you're sitting already, just start to wiggle your hands and your toes and wake up your body. And when you're ready, friends, come back up to sitting and join me on my mat. Sitting crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose. Good job, my friends, bringing hands to heart center. Good, bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. I feel good in every way. The goodness in me sees the goodness in all of you. And we'll give a shout out to Bobby. I see her name popped up there too. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for episode 36 of Storytime Yoga, where we read Franklin's Neighborhood by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark. And as always, the links to purchase this book will be in the comments below. I am Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. And this is my friend Avery, my little helper Avery, who has been joining us for class. If you'd like more information on Breathe With Me Yoga, please do visit breathewithmeyoga.com. If you'd like more information on coaching, you can visit rise2 wellness.com. You can also find us on Facebook at Breathe with Mel or at Rise 2 Wellness. We wish you all a wonderful afternoon, my friends. We will see you here tomorrow. Take care.